Guys, hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Okwemi Oshanoga. For those that are new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so much. It's so good to have you here today. So first things first, guys, the first thing I'm going to say today is that if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel but you've been watching my videos, or if you're here for the first time and you're not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button down below, and just beside the subscribe button there's a notification bell. So you want to also click that so that as soon as I upload a new video you will get a notification. Okay, alright. And then I'd also like to apologize in advance for whatsoever background noise you guys hear. I live in the heart of the city so there's like lots of companies around, lots of offices, lots of shops, lots of car movements as well. So if you hear any sound, please forgive me in advance, okay? But I'm hoping that the audio will be as clear as possible. Alright, so as you can tell from the title of the video, today I will be filming a video basically sharing some tips with you guys on how I was able to lose over 15 kg and how I've been able to keep it off. Okay, so it's been almost a year now since I've been able to keep off my weight, and so let's just dive right into the video. Alright, okay, so a little backstory, you guys. I started my weight loss journey. Okay, so I've actually lost weight twice, but I'm just going to talk about the last one because that's the most recent and that's the one that I didn't really learn a lot about. So when I started my weight loss journey, I remember it was 2019. I had finished medical school and I was about to start internship. So I went to I had gotten a placement for work. So we're doing like medicals, kind of like before you start working, you do a couple of tests, you do a couple of documentations. So that particular day, right, I went to do some tests, and one of the things you do, you get your weight done, your height done, a couple of things, like your vital signs as well. So guys, it was time to do my weight, and I did my weight, and there was a nurse, like a matron, writing down like the values and everything, and then I remember her writing 100 and something, and I was scared because I'm like, wait, what? How can I be 100 and something? I hadn't checked my weight in a while, so I was like, what's going on? And I was like, I don't think I'm this big, so I don't want to believe that this is actually true. So I told my friend to please check. Like, I climbed on the scale again, and then my friend checked the weight and turned out it was 91. So I was like, okay, good. I know I'm big, but I know I'm not that big, right? So yeah, that was the day that my eyes really opened, and I was like, yeah, okay, you need to do something about your weight. So yeah, and my start weight was 91 and my current weight is 74. So I checked my weight sometime recently. I'm not too sure when exactly. I think sometime last month, yeah, sometime in August, and it was still 74. And I remember that I sent one of my friends a picture of my weight sometime August or September last year, and it was also like 74.4 or thereabouts. So it means that for a year now I've been able to keep off the weight. So in total that means I've lost about 16 kg or there about 17 kg in total, which is about, I would insert how many pounds that's, because that's like multiplied by 2.2 or thereabouts. So yeah, that's the backstory on how I decided that, you know what, I need to do something about my weight, and why I eventually did do something about it, right? So yeah, so now that you guys know the backstory and know where I'm coming from, so we're just going to dive right into today's video. Okay, alright. So in here I have a couple of tips that work for me, a couple of tips that I believe, that I know, like not believe, I know that they are very important because they've helped me lose weight. So I have them written down in my book. So if I keep looking down, that's because I have them written down in my book. So the very first thing that I'm going to share, weight loss is about calorie deficit. Point blank period. Amen. Let's end this video. That's the end. Hallelujah. Anyway, so my point basically is that the goal is to reduce your the goal is calorie deficit. So when you're eating less calorie deficit, when you're exercising, you're burning fat as well. You get, so that's the underlying what's the word? That's basically what makes a person lose weight, calorie deficit. So this is why a person can eat ice cream every day and lose weight, as long as they are eating ice, as long as the total calorie intake for that day is still less than what they need to maintain their current weight. Does that make sense? For example, everybody, based on your weight and based on your height, you have a calorie need. Your body has a calorie need for each day. So let's say my calorie need for a day is 1,800. If I cut that down by 500 and I consistently do that for a month, I will lose weight, because it means that my body is getting less than what it needs. So it will break down the fat and provide energy for itself. So if I decide that I want to start eating 1-2 calories per day and say, oh, I really like ice cream and I cannot let go of ice cream, so I will still dedicate 200 calories every day to ice cream and just keep my meals at 1,000. Guess what, guys? I will still be able to lose weight. It's just that, of course, we know that beyond losing weight, you're also trying to discipline yourself and cut down on refined sugars and all of that. It's also like making better decisions for your health. It's not just, oh, I'm losing weight and I'm still eating anything I want to eat. You get that kind of thing. And I'm not saying, this is not to say you can't eat ice cream or anything that you like, right? But you get my point. So the whole thing about weight loss is calorie deficit, right? And that's why, I don't know if you guys know Dr. Kanayo on Instagram, who also shares like her journey with weight loss and stuff like that. She's an ice cream person. She loves Magnum so much and has been able to lose so much weight while still eating Magnum, because she understands how to cut down her calories and still make room for her Magnum whenever she wants to have one. So like I said, the first tip is to understand that weight loss is majorly about calorie deficit. So it's not about just starving yourself for one day or starving yourself for 1 week and things. It's about consistently going below what your body actually needs. So whether you choose to do keto, whether you choose to do paleo, whatever you choose to do, just know that the reason why whatever it is that you're doing is working is because you are still eating less than what your body needs every day. Okay, so yeah, I really did go in depth on that first tip. I didn't think it was going to be that long. Okay, so my next tip, my number 2 tip would be to please get a weight loss coach. And yeah, I was going to say this disclaimer at the beginning, because I'm not a fitness expert. This is not coming from a point of view of a fitness expert, but these are the things that have worked for me and that I have learned and I have seen from people's journeys as well. Okay, so please don't ask me for weight loss plan or to be your coach. I can't do that. I'm not certified, but I definitely can recommend some people for you. So yeah, get a coach, because I realize one of the problems that some people have is that it's not like they don't know what they need to do. They know that they need to cut down on certain things, but they are struggling to do that. So having a coach helps with discipline, helps keep you accountable, because your coach can either be dealing with you on a one-on-one basis, depending on what plan you pay for, or you're on a group chat. So for me, when I was losing weight, I was on a group chat, and it was so encouraging, because at the end of the 1 month, I didn't want to be the only one who didn't have a progress report. So when in the morning, people would put up pictures of their meals, pictures of their sweaty body after working out. And those things were just encouraging for me, because I wanted to also have progress, although our progress will not all look the same. And in my first month, I lost 3 kg. That was October 2019. I remember that was my first month. I paid for an October plan. So I got a meal plan, I got an exercise plan, and the accountability group chat. So please get a coach. It will help a lot with discipline, accountability, consistency. My number 3 tip would be to learn to substitute your meals. So when I say substitute, what I'm trying to say here is that there are certain things that you probably like and you're not ready to, let go of. And so it might be a bit hard to just let go of them. So what you can do is to substitute. So for example, substituting just for you is that it helps you to be able to consume what you like without taking in as much calories as that food will naturally give you. So for example, I like milk, and I don't want to have to be taking the same amount of milk, or I don't want to have to be taking milk as much as I was taking before, because I don't want to take in so much calories from milk. What I can do is, instead of taking a full cream milk, I can take a skimmed milk. So examples of milk that are skimmed are Marvel, which I know is very popular. And if you do not like Marvel, because Marvel can be a bit, not so nice, you can do Dano Slim. Dano Slim is I really like it. It's the one that I do now. So what I try to do is, just substitute. Instead of taking like full cream milk, I take Dano Slim. For example, you like drinks and you don't know how you're struggling to win off, Pepsi, or win off Coke, or win off Fanta. What you can do is substitute. So instead of taking a Coca-Cola, you can take a Coca-Cola Zero. Instead of taking a Pepsi, you can take a Pepsi Max. And you know, because those, or Pepsi Light, yeah, the Zero, Max, Light, all of those things, they are made of sweeteners as unlike the food, unlike the normal ones that are made of sugar, right? So substituting helps to still kind of like keep, you're still enjoying the same taste, but at lesser calories. Do you get? So you can check out options. Instead of doing sugar, you can do sweeteners. Instead of doing like, because honey, well, let's not get into that argument, but instead of doing things like honey, you can do like date syrup. So just look at what you can substitute within what you have. I can't think of so many examples right now, but I think those examples are good enough to get you thinking of what you can do. So guys, my fourth tip would be to learn how to bulk up your meals. So which is also something that really helped me. For example, you like noodles. So instead of eating, maybe normally you eat like Hungry Man, or you eat like Super Pack, how about try eating just one small noodles and bulking it up with lots of cucumbers, lots of carrots. Cucumbers are low calorie fruit. So the thing is, you're bulking it up, so that way you're still we bulking up, you're still getting the same quantity of food but with lesser calories. Does that make sense? Because like that noodles now, one small pack of noodles is about over 300 calories, right? So imagine eating two, that's about 640. I think it's 320, that's about 640. But imagine saying, okay, I'll take just one, but I'll bulk it up with a lot of cucumbers, a lot of carrots. You're maybe at the most you're going to get like maybe 450, which is way better than the 640. That's saving almost 200 calories, right? So bulking up meals, very great idea. So what you're trying to do, this also kind of like partners with portion control, because portion control is kind of like reducing your portion, but with bulking up, you're reducing your portion but adding things that will help you not compromise on quantity. That should be a code, okay? Alright guys, so I hope that really makes sense. So that brings me to my next tip, which is learn how to read food labels. If you're a Weight Watcher, you need to know. Even if you're not a Weight Watcher, like as a normal member of the society, you need to know how to read food labels, just so you have an idea of how many calories is inside anything that you're eating. And I think what I'm going to do is probably do another video where I go in depth into calories, understanding how to, because I know that this can be a bit daunting for people. Another essential thing is to get a food scale, because when you have a food scale, you're not just assuming, because that's another problem with losing weight. If you're assuming and saying, oh, I think what I'm eating is so and so, you need to be certain on this truth. You need to be sure of what's going into your mouth, okay? So yeah, you can also get a scale, so that way you can measure appropriately and say, okay, I want to just eat 125 grams of spaghetti. So you have your bowl, you already measure what your bowl is, then you put your spaghetti inside until you get something that is 125 grams. So I'm sorry, I feel like I've been saying gibberish and I don't know if this makes sense, but I will try to see if I can find any article that will help you understand better how to read food labels. If I don't find, I will try to do another video and we will explore it together, like we would work the math together, okay? So yeah, then my next point would be to ensure you set a realistic goal. So it's not realistic for you to want to lose weight. Maybe you want to lose a total of 20 kg and you now want to lose in 1 month or 2. I think that's a very unrealistic goal, and what will happen with unrealistic goals is that you'll be frustrated, because now at the end of the month you lose 3 or you lose 5 and you're thinking, I wanted to lose 10 or I wanted to lose 20. It makes no sense. You need to set a realistic goal that you can keep up with, okay? So please set a realistic goal. My next tip would be when you start losing weight, right, people will start noticing at some point. Say maybe when you get to like, people always say that at 4 weeks you start noticing, at 8 weeks family starts noticing, at 12 weeks everybody else starts noticing. I think it's something like that, right? So at some point in your weight loss journey, people will start noticing and start complimenting you. Oh, you're doing so well. And please take them, appreciate them, but please don't let them get to your head so much so that you now begin to overindulge, because you feel like, since I'm hitting my weight, I can as well just just eat eat whatever I want to eat. Since I'm getting there, you need to be very careful. Take the compliments, be thankful for them, but please don't stall. Don't let it get to your head so much so that you lose track of your goals. Okay? Yes. Then my next tip would be to ensure that you exercise. Yes, you can lose weight without exercising actively. For me, the only exercise that I really got in was walking. But one thing that I have learned is that what exercising does for you is more than even, oh, let's help you lose weight now. It also helps tone up your body, because you don't want to lose weight and have like all the flabby everything, which is one of the things that problems I feel like I have now. My body isn't as toned as I would like for it to be. So you want to ensure that you exercise as much as you can while actively losing weight with while also keeping to your diet, okay, because it will help tone up your body, okay? Yeah. Alright, and then my next tip would be to make sure that you please persevere and don't give up. You would have hard days. You would have days where you don't even feel like showing up. You would have days where it seems like the scale isn't moving. You would have days when you ask yourself, is this even worth it? You would have days where you probably will fall off track, where you go for a party and the things you said you will not eat, you would eat them. You might have days when you might just have days where you just go off track. Your friend brings you chocolate and you said, oh, I'm not going to eat chocolate, but at that point you just couldn't resist it, and so you ate it. You would have days like that, right? But what I'm going to say to you is that please push through those days. Don't sit around and mope around and tell yourself, man, you messed up. Yeah, you can't scold yourself, but please get up. Please get up, forgive yourself, and keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, I always say one thing, like, life is too short to not enjoy good food. Life is also too short to be obese and not be able to enjoy yourself. So you've got to find a balance, right? You've got to find a balance. Yeah, most people always say once a week they do like cheat days and things like that. So whatever works for you, but just keep pushing, please. Don't give up on your journey. Keep going forward. Have your goals. You know what you want to do. You know the dress you want to be able to wear. You know the outfit you want to be able to wear. So keep your goal in sight. And most importantly, you're fighting for your health. If your BMI is overweight, if your BMI is obese, it's not healthy. Remember, it's not very healthy. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. And majority of the common diseases in Nigeria, the most popular modifiable risk factor is obesity. Yes, there's a place of non-modifiables like family history and things like that, but there are also not modifiable risk factors, which one of them is obesity. So if you can do something about that, please, why not? And you also want to look good, so why not? And this is not to say that people who are on the big side don't look good, but you understand what I mean, right? So please keep your goal in sight and keep moving forward. And if you feel like you've been on this journey for so long and you don't know what to do, maybe what you need to do right now is to reach out to somebody for help. Like I said in my first or second point, to get a coach, to get an accountability partner, to talk to somebody. You don't know it all, so it's okay to outsource and get help outside. Okay, guys, that this video now is already too long, longer than I thought it was going to be, but I was glad to talk to you guys and just to share from things that have worked for me and things that I have learned along the journey. And I really hope that this video will be helpful for somebody. And I hope, it would be nice to see somebody come back and say, oh, I watched your video, I applied some of these tips and I have seen the results. That would make me so happy. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you know anybody who needs this video, please don't hesitate to share with them. If there's anything that you know that is good for weight loss or that helped you with weight loss that I didn't mention in this video, please feel free to share in the comment section down below. I'm sure that there are people that would also love to learn from you as well. And thank you so much again for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Have an amazing rest of the day. Okay, bye.